In a world where chaos seems to reign supreme, have you ever paused to consider what true inner peace feels like? Seneca, a renowned Stoic philosopher, once observed, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." This wisdom remains strikingly relevant as we navigate the complexities of modern life. Today, we're delving into the art of Stoic meditation, a timeless practice for achieving mental clarity and calm. Imagine just for a moment the power of stepping back, of distancing oneself from the clamor of intrusive thoughts and emotions. Through the lens of Stoic philosophy, we explore cognitive detachment and resilience, key principles that empower us to anchor ourselves amidst life's storms. This journey promises to equip you with insights that hold the potential to transform how you perceive and respond to the world around you. What comes to mind when you hear the word meditation? For many, it's an image of quiet sitting, breath control, and a focus on achieving inner stillness. But in the realm of Stoicism, meditation takes on a unique form, diverging from the Eastern traditions that emphasize clearing the mind. Stoic meditation invites us to engage in deep reflection and rational assessment, a practice that aligns closely with modern mindfulness but with its own distinctive twist. Unlike traditional meditation, which often seeks to transcend thought, Stoic meditation encourages introspection. It involves a deliberate and thoughtful examination of one's beliefs, emotions, and actions. This practice is about engaging with life actively rather than passively observing it. A thought from Seneca captures this essence beautifully. "He who suffers before it is necessary suffers more than is necessary." Here, Seneca highlights the importance of examining our anticipations and assumptions, teaching us to focus on what is within our control and to let go of unnecessary worries. In the fast-paced world we inhabit today, it's easy to become overwhelmed by stress and distraction. Modern mindfulness trends emphasize being present, but Stoic meditation adds another layer by encouraging us to question and understand our internal dialogue. This reflection fosters resilience by prompting us to challenge irrational thoughts and align our actions with our values. A practical application of Stoic meditation is the exercise of daily reflection, a technique that Stoics like Marcus Aurelius practiced diligently. At the end of each day, find a quiet space and spend a few moments reviewing the day's events. Consider what went well, what didn't, and why. Reflect on how you responded to various situations. Were your actions guided by reason and virtue, or did emotion take the helm? This practice cultivates awareness and growth, turning each day into a lesson. Now take a moment to reflect on your current meditation practices. Do they provide you with the clarity and calm you seek? How might incorporating Stoic principles enhance your quest for mental tranquility? By weaving this form of meditation into your routine, you can create a space for thoughtful reflection, where clarity and calm naturally arise from understanding rather than mere stillness. Picture this: Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, standing on the battlefield, surrounded by the chaos of war. Despite the turmoil, he finds solace in a simple truth: the power of the present moment. In his private notes, later known as Meditations, he wrote, "Confine yourself to the present." This wisdom, penned nearly 2,000 years ago, underscores a central tenet of Stoicism: the significance of present moment awareness as a pathway to serenity. So, what does it truly mean to embrace the present? At its core, this Stoic principle is about centering ourselves in the here and now, giving less power to the distractions of past regrets and future anxieties. In a world where smartphones buzz incessantly, where deadlines loom large, and where our minds often wander, this practice is more relevant than ever. The idea is not just to passively accept the present, but to actively engage with it, managing our perceptions and reactions to cultivate peace amidst chaos. When we focus our attention on the present, we shift our mindset towards what we can control: our thoughts and responses. This approach diminishes the impact of external disturbances that often trigger stress and anxiety. Moreover, it helps us identify and let go of unnecessary worries about things outside our control, which can be liberating. Marcus Aurelius urged, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this and you will find strength. This insight encapsulates the essence of Stoic present moment awareness. By concentrating on our immediate thoughts and actions, we gain the power to transform our inner world, creating a tranquil state of mind that remains unswayed by external chaos. Let's apply this concept to a modern scenario. Imagine you're at work and the day has been particularly stressful. Meetings have run over time, emails are piling up, and your to-do list seems endless. It's easy to feel overwhelmed, but employing the Stoic practice of present awareness can make all the difference. Take a short break to breathe deeply and focus solely on your breath. This act of grounding yourself can clear your mind, allowing you to tackle one task at a time with renewed clarity and focus. Now, let's reflect. How often do you find yourself preoccupied with thoughts of the past or anxieties about the future? What could you gain by grounding yourself more in the present right now? Consider weaving this practice into your daily life, whether it's through mindful breathing, a moment of gratitude, or simply redirecting your attention to the task at hand. The path to serenity begins with small, deliberate steps as we choose to engage fully with the world before us, moment by moment. There's a profound power in recognizing that perception does not equal judgment. Stoics mastered this insight, understanding that while we can't always control the events around us, we can control how we interpret them, a practice known as cognitive detachment. Imagine a moment at work when you receive unexpected criticism. Your initial reaction might be defensiveness or anger, emotions that quickly cloud judgment and diminish clarity. Here, cognitive detachment becomes a tool not just for maintaining composure but for achieving mental clarity. At the heart of this practice is Epictetus, a renowned Stoic philosopher who taught that it is not the things themselves that disturb us but our interpretations of them. He famously said, "Men are disturbed not by things but by the views which they take of them." This quote encapsulates the essence of cognitive detachment, a conscious effort to separate our emotions from our thoughts, allowing us to respond rather than react. Let's delve further into this concept. Cognitive detachment involves stepping back from an immediate emotional reaction and examining the situation objectively. This doesn't mean suppressing emotions, but rather observing them with curiosity and distance. By distinguishing between what actually happens and our emotional response to it, we can choose a more reasoned path forward. It's about altering our perspective, focusing on our internal dialogue rather than the external event, and deciding how to respond with a clear mind. Returning to our workplace example, imagine you receive feedback that feels harsh. Your emotions might initially categorize this as a personal attack, triggering stress or frustration. However, through cognitive detachment, you can pause, recognize that initial emotional surge, and question its validity. Is it purely an emotional reaction, or is there a kernel of truth in the feedback that offers an opportunity for growth? This approach transforms criticism from a source of distress into a valuable learning tool. Consider another scenario, perhaps from your own life, where an emotional reaction clouded your judgment. By revisiting that moment with cognitive detachment, how might you have responded differently? What could you have learned from separating your feelings from the facts? Reflecting on this process can provide insights into how you might apply detachment in future situations. Engaging in cognitive detachment doesn't only promote mental clarity, it fosters resilience. It empowers us to navigate life's challenges with a level of calm and reason that might seem elusive in today's hectic world. By regularly practicing this Stoic technique, we cultivate the ability to remain unperturbed by the unexpected, viewing each event not as a crisis but as a chance to exercise our judgment muscles. As you ponder on this, think about a recent event that triggered a strong emotional response. How might a moment of detachment have altered your experience? Could this perspective help you manage such situations with greater calm and clarity in the future? Cognitive detachment is a skill that, like any other, improves with practice, promising not only clearer thinking but a more peaceful state of being. Have you ever considered how much insight a moment of reflection can bring to your day? In the chaos of daily life, it's easy to overlook the quiet power that comes from pausing to reflect. Yet within Stoic meditation practices, daily reflection is a cornerstone, a practice that nurtures self-awareness and fosters personal growth. It's akin to looking in a mirror, not just to see your physical reflection, but to peer into your thoughts, actions, and emotions with newfound clarity. Let's delve deeper into this concept. Daily reflection is about taking stock of your experiences, successes, and setbacks. It's not merely a recounting of events, but a thoughtful examination of how you navigated through them. By reflecting, we uncover patterns in our behavior, recognize areas of strength, and identify opportunities for improvement. This process is akin to journaling, a practice many embrace today for its therapeutic and clarifying benefits. Seneca, one of the great Stoic thinkers, advocated for evening reflections as a crucial part of self-improvement. He suggested that at the end of each day we should ask ourselves, what bad habit have you cured today? What vice have you resisted? In what respect are you better? These questions guide the reflective process, encouraging us to keep a tally not of days but of growth. Practical application is key to incorporating reflection into your routine. Consider, for instance, keeping a journal where you dedicate a few minutes each evening to jot down your thoughts. Start by reflecting on the day's victories, no matter how small. Did you manage to remain calm in a stressful situation? Did you accomplish a task that you had been putting off? Celebrating these successes reinforces positive behaviors. Next, turn to the challenges and missteps. What could you have handled differently? Was there a moment when emotions overshadowed reason? Rather than seeing these as failures, view them as lessons that guide future actions. This practice aligns with the Stoic belief that understanding past experiences is key to cultivating a virtuous life. For those new to reflective practice, start small. At the end of each day, pause for a moment of solitude. Ask yourself, what did I learn today? And how did I contribute positively to the world around me? Allow this time to be a space of honesty and compassion for yourself, an opportunity to grow without the weight of judgment. Now, pause and think about your last moment of reflection. What insights did it bring? How did it shape your outlook moving forward? By weaving reflection into our daily routines, we move closer to a life defined by clarity and purpose, rather than one ruled by reactionary impulses. This practice not only aligns with Stoic teachings, but also enhances our modern quest for mindfulness and personal development. In essence, daily reflection is a dialogue with oneself, a practice that grounds us in our values and aspirations. It is a meditation all its own, requiring only your thoughts and a willingness to learn. As the Stoics understood, self-awareness is the seed from which wisdom and tranquility grow. So why not start today by setting aside just a few moments to reflect on the lessons your day has gifted you? Have you ever paused to consider how many things in life you once thought were permanent have since changed or faded away? The truth is, much of what we hold on to as lasting is in fact fleeting. This realization forms the core of a vital Stoic principle, the acceptance of impermanence. Embracing this concept brings a profound sense of calm and reduces anxiety about the future as we learn to let go of the illusion of stability. In the Stoic worldview, impermanence is not something to resist but to accept. By understanding and accepting that change is the only constant, we can find peace in the present moment. Seneca, the renowned Stoic philosopher, provides us with invaluable wisdom on this matter. He wrote, "Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end." This insightful observation reminds us that life is a series of transitions, and with every end comes the potential for a new beginning. The theme of impermanence encourages us to live fully in the present, appreciating what we have now rather than worrying about what we might lose in the future. This mindset shift can significantly alleviate the fear of loss and the anxiety that often accompanies change. When we accept that change is inevitable, we free ourselves from the chains of attachment and the stress that comes with it. Let's consider a practical example: personal projects. Whether it's writing a book, building a business, or even cultivating a garden, these endeavors often become intertwined with our identity. It's natural to desire permanence in these creations, to hope they'll endure as legacies. However, acknowledging their transient nature allows us to enjoy the process rather than fixate on the outcome. We understand that while a project might not turn out as we imagined or last as long as we hoped, the growth and satisfaction we glean from the journey are enduring gifts. Think about a time when you faced a significant change or ending in your life. How did you respond? Did you cling to what was, or did you embrace the opportunity for new beginnings? By reflecting on these moments, we can learn to navigate future changes with greater grace and acceptance. Embracing impermanence doesn't mean adopting a pessimistic view of life, it's quite the opposite. It's about recognizing the beauty in change and finding contentment in the ebb and flow of existence. This acceptance opens the door to a more resilient and flexible mindset, allowing us to adapt and thrive amidst life's inevitable shifts. As you ponder on this, consider your current mindset towards change and endings. How might accepting their impermanent nature alter your approach to challenges and opportunities? By weaving this Stoic principle into your daily life, you can cultivate a peaceful and balanced perspective, welcoming the new while gracefully letting go of the past. Embracing impermanence not only fosters mental calm, but also enriches our appreciation for the present moment, turning each day into a new beginning full of potential. It's a liberating thought, isn't it? The idea that not everything in life is ours to control. This concept forms the foundation of a central Stoic teaching known as the Dichotomy of Control. At its core, this principle is about discerning between what lies within our control and what does not, a practice that, when mastered, can bring immense mental clarity and peace. The Stoic Dichotomy of Control invites us to focus our energy on the things we can influence: our thoughts, actions, and responses, while letting go of things beyond our control, such as other people's opinions or external events. By doing so, we are not burdened by factors outside our agency. This clear division reduces unnecessary stress and allows us to concentrate on what truly matters. Epictetus, a celebrated Stoic philosopher, encapsulated this idea succinctly in his work, The Enchiridion. He wrote, "Some things are up to us and some things are not up to us." This simple yet profound insight encourages us to redirect our focus from the external to the internal. By understanding this dichotomy, we free ourselves from the futile attempt to control the uncontrollable. Consider a practical example in a modern context: managing expectations in a collaborative project. Imagine you and your team are working towards a tight deadline. The success of this project relies on multiple factors, including the efforts of each team member and external approvals. You can control your level of preparation, how you communicate with your team, and the quality of your contribution. However, you cannot control the pace at which external approvals come through or the productivity of others. Embracing the dichotomy of control in this scenario means focusing on optimizing your role and interactions rather than stressing over external elements. This shift not only enhances your mental clarity but also improves team dynamics as your calm and composed demeanor positively influences others. Reflect on something that currently causes anxiety in your life. Ask yourself, is this within my control or am I fretting over something I cannot change? By identifying the controllable aspects, you can channel your energy effectively, mitigating stress and fostering a sense of empowerment. Implementing the dichotomy of control may seem straightforward, but it requires consistent practice. Start by making a habit of pausing whenever you feel overwhelmed. Take a moment to categorize your concerns. What can you change and what must you accept? This practice gradually transforms your mindset, enabling you to navigate life's challenges with greater resilience and peace. As you consider this Stoic teaching, think about its potential impact on your own life. How might differentiating what you can control from what you cannot transform your approach to work, relationships, and personal growth? The dichotomy of control isn't about resignation. It's about harnessing your power where it counts most, allowing clarity and calm to guide your path forward. By embracing this principle, you open the door to a life where tranquility isn't a distant goal, but a present reality. The mind possesses an extraordinary capability, the power to prepare us for the challenges that lie ahead. This power is harnessed through the practice of visualization, a technique the Stoics masterfully employed to navigate life's uncertainties. By envisioning potential difficulties before they arise, the Stoics cultivated resilience and calmness, readying themselves for whatever might come their way. One of the most compelling aspects of Stoic philosophy is the exercise known as the Premeditation of Adversity. This involves deliberately imagining potential obstacles and adversities in detail before they occur. By doing so, Stoics believed one could meet these challenges with greater composure and less emotional upheaval. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, famously advised, "Begin each day by telling yourself, 'Today I shall be meeting with interference, ingratitude, insolence, disloyalty, ill will, and selfishness, all of them due to the offender's ignorance of what is good or evil.'" This practice isn't a pessimistic outlook, but rather a pragmatic approach to life, enabling us to confront and manage adversity with grace. Let's consider how this technique can be applied in a practical context. Imagine you're about to have a difficult conversation with a colleague, perhaps about a missed deadline or a disagreement on a project. Visualizing this conversation in advance allows you to anticipate the potential reactions and emotions involved. Picture yourself remaining calm and composed, clearly stating your points and responding thoughtfully to any criticism or disagreement. By mentally rehearsing the scenario, you not only prepare yourself for possible outcomes, but also practice maintaining your equanimity during the exchange. Visualization doesn't stop at preparing for negative scenarios. It also includes envisioning positive resolutions and successful outcomes. By imagining obstacles alongside solutions, you train your mind to remain focused on finding constructive paths forward, rather than getting lost in emotional turmoil. Let's take a moment for a reflective exercise. Think about an upcoming challenge in your own life. It might be a job interview, a presentation, or a personal conversation you've been dreading. Close your eyes and visualize the event. Imagine each step, including possible setbacks or objections you might face. How would you ideally like to respond? As you do this, notice any tension or anxiety and see if you can transform it into a sense of preparedness and calm. The practice of visualization is not just about expecting the worst, but about equipping yourself to handle life's unpredictability with a steady hand and a clear mind. By incorporating Stoic visualization techniques into your daily routine, you can cultivate a mindset that remains serene and focused, even in the face of adversity. This exercise not only builds mental fortitude, but also enriches your capacity to engage with the world around you more deliberately and confidently. So, as you ponder over your next big challenge, consider how visualization could play a role in your preparation. How might foreseeing potential difficulties and rehearsing your responses in advance transform your approach? Embracing this Stoic tool could make all the difference in how you meet the challenges of tomorrow, fostering a sense of calm empowerment that guides you through the ebbs and flows of life. In the annals of history, one figure stands out for his unparalleled resilience in the face of adversity: Cato the Younger. Known for his steadfast adherence to Stoic principles, Cato faced immense challenges during the Roman civil wars. Despite being besieged and outnumbered, his unwavering resolve and mental fortitude became legendary. His secret, a lifetime of Stoic meditation and reflection, grounding him in principles of resilience that allowed him to withstand hardship with admirable equanimity. Now you might wonder, how does meditation contribute to building such resilience, particularly in the framework of Stoicism? At its heart, Stoic meditation isn't just about achieving mental tranquility. It's a strategic practice of fortifying one's character against life's inevitable challenges. Through regular meditation, Stoics prepare their minds to remain steady and composed, even when circumstances are unpredictable and demanding. Resilience, in Stoic terms, is the ability to recover from setbacks, learn from them, and carry on with a sense of purpose and calm. The meditation practices of the Stoics were designed to cultivate this very resilience. By engaging in daily reflection and visualization of potential adversities, Stoics trained their minds to face difficulties without succumbing to despair. This mental rehearsal builds an inner reservoir of strength, ready to be tapped into when real challenges occur. Seneca, another pillar of Stoic philosophy, offers profound insights into this relationship between meditation and resilience. He writes, "Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body." Seneca encouraged the practice of premeditation not only as a mental exercise but as a means to fortify one's character against the trials of life. This proactive approach to adversity enables individuals to bounce back quicker and with greater wisdom. Consider a modern scenario: facing a professional setback, such as losing a job or a failed business venture. A resilient approach grounded in Stoic meditation would involve reflecting on the experience, understanding what is within one's control, and identifying lessons to be learned. Instead of being consumed by the setback, a Stoic mindset would facilitate a proactive response. Perhaps this means reassessing goals, seeking new opportunities, or acquiring new skills. Much like Cato, whose resolve did not waver in dire circumstances, modern practitioners can use Stoic meditation to navigate their challenges with grace and renewed determination. To personalize this concept, think about areas in your own life where increased resilience could make a difference. Is there a project at work that isn't going as planned, or a personal goal that seems out of reach? Reflect on how Stoic practices might support you in overcoming these challenges. Imagine applying daily reflection to identify what you can control in these situations and use visualization to prepare for potential setbacks. In doing so, you build a mental armor, equipping yourself to face adversity with resolve and wisdom. As you ponder these ideas, grasp the essence of Stoic resilience. It's a dynamic force cultivated through deliberate meditation and reflection, preparing you to meet life's challenges head-on. Each setback becomes a stepping stone to greater strength and understanding. By embracing these practices, you can transform adversity into an opportunity for growth, fostering a resilience that not only supports your personal journey, but enhances your ability to contribute to the world around you with unwavering integrity and purpose. Have you ever considered how external circumstances affect your internal peace? In our hyper-connected world, it often feels like our moods rise and fall with the tides of external events. A disappointing email can ruin a morning, while a compliment might buoy our spirits. But what if there was a way to remain serene amidst the storm of daily life? The Stoics, ancient philosophers deeply committed to the pursuit of inner tranquility, believed that peace comes from cultivating indifference to external events. The Stoics taught that true equanimity comes from placing greater value on our internal state than on the external world, a perspective that shields us from the turbulence of life's ups and downs. This is not to say that Stoics were cold or unfeeling, quite the opposite. They believed in living passionately and fully, but understood that our emotional well-being should not be at the mercy of unpredictable external forces. By focusing on what lies within our control, our thoughts, responses, and values, Stoics maintain a sense of peace and equilibrium that withstands the chaos of the outside world. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher who was born into slavery and later achieved freedom, offers a profound insight into this way of thinking. He counseled, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This guiding principle encourages us to shift our focus from the uncontrollable to the controllable. By doing so, we learn to cultivate a mental state that remains unfazed by external changes, be it market crashes, weather shifts, or social trends. Let's put this philosophy into a modern context: social media. It's a realm where likes, shares, and comments can significantly sway our mood and self-perception. A single post can attract praise or criticism, and the temptation is to allow these reactions to define our self-worth. The Stoic approach would urge us to recognize social media feedback as external noise, separate from our core identity and values. By focusing on our internal compass, we can engage with social media healthily, viewing it as a tool rather than a measure of personal success or failure. Consider this reflective exercise. Think back to a recent event where your reaction did not align with your values. Perhaps it was an impulsive retort to an online comment, or allowing a minor setback to overshadow your achievements for the day. What triggered that reaction? Was it an external event that you allowed to dictate your internal state? Reflect on how you might approach similar situations differently in the future, using Stoic principles to maintain your composure and integrity. By nurturing indifference to external events, we cultivate an inner peace that remains steadfast regardless of what life presents. This doesn't mean detachment from life. Rather, it's about engaging deeply with what truly matters, our principles and values. As we let go of the illusion that external events govern our happiness, we open ourselves to a more genuine form of contentment, rooted in self-awareness and self-control. In a world that constantly pulls us in different directions, embracing Stoic indifference offers a pathway to serenity. It encourages us to engage with life from a place of calm and strength, ensuring our internal world remains a sanctuary of peace, no matter the storms that rage outside. As you wrap up this reflection, ask yourself, how can embracing indifference to external fluctuations enhance your daily life, allowing you to cultivate a deeper sense of peace and resilience? Imagine a moment of crystal-clear clarity where noise fades away and you are left with pure rational thought guiding your actions. In Stoicism, rationality is not just a tool but a meditative practice that brings this clarity to life. By harnessing the power of rational thought, Stoics believe we can not only organize our emotions but also transform how we navigate the complexities of human experience. At its core, using rational thought as a meditative practice involves applying logic to dissect and understand our emotions. This approach offers a pathway to clearer thoughts and more measured responses. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, encapsulates this beautifully in his work, Meditations, where he advises, "If you are pained by any external thing, it is not this thing that disturbs you, but your judgment about it. And it is in your power to wipe out this judgment now. This quote highlights how Stoic rationality encourages us to assess our judgments, inviting us to reshape how we perceive and react to the world around us. The roots of cognitive behavioral therapy can be traced back to these Stoic principles, demonstrating the timeless relevance of using rationality to manage emotions. Cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, focuses on altering distorted thinking patterns to change feelings and behaviors, much like Stoicism teaches us to challenge and refine our judgments to achieve mental clarity and calm. Let's bring this concept into a practical example: a common workplace conflict. Imagine you're faced with a disagreement with a coworker over project responsibilities. Emotions might run high during the initial confrontation, with frustration threatening to cloud your judgment. However, by invoking Stoic rationality, you can calmly step back to analyze the situation. Reflect on the facts. What are the objective issues at hand? Is the disagreement about the project's scope or misunderstanding of roles? By focusing on these rational assessments rather than emotional reactions, you can approach the conflict resolution with clear, logical communication. This not only helps in resolving the issue but also maintains professional relationships and builds a reputation for thoughtful problem solving. As you reflect on your interactions in daily life, consider how often emotions might overshadow rational thinking. Are there instances where a moment of reflection and logical analysis could have shifted the outcome for the better? By frequently engaging with this Stoic meditative practice, you prepare yourself to face life's challenges with a composed and reasoned approach. The power of rational thought, as practiced by Stoics, lies in its ability to cut through emotional entanglements, offering well-being and peace. In a world that often encourages immediate emotional reactions, embracing rationality as a meditative practice allows us to pause, reflect, and choose our responses wisely, leading to more harmonious and fulfilling interactions. So, as you move forward, ask yourself, how can you incorporate rational thought into your daily meditative practice? By doing so, you open the door to a clearer mind and a more balanced emotional landscape, enriching your journey towards tranquility and inner peace. Life is a constant flow, ever-changing and never static. This fluidity, while inevitable, often becomes a source of anxiety as we cling to moments and situations, yearning for permanence in an impermanent world. In Stoicism, the practice of accepting impermanence is a powerful tool for achieving calm and reducing anxiety. By embracing the transient nature of life, we learn to let go of our attachments and discover peace in the present moment. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, profoundly observed, "It is not the things themselves that disturb us, but our evaluations and judgments about them." This insight is crucial when it comes to impermanence. We often create suffering for ourselves by holding onto things, fearing their loss. However, if we shift our perspective to recognize that change is the only constant, we alleviate a significant burden of worry and anxiety. Consider the end of a relationship, a moment that often brings profound sorrow and longing. When a relationship ends, it's natural to feel a sense of loss as we mourn the connection that once filled our lives with joy. However, by applying Stoic principles and accepting impermanence, we can transform this experience into a source of growth and understanding. Instead of focusing on what is lost, we shift our attention to the gratitude for the experiences shared, the lessons learned, and the personal growth achieved through the relationship. By embracing the idea that relationships, like everything else, are subject to change, we prevent our emotions from being anchored in the past. We recognize the beauty of transience, how each moment, no matter how fleeting, contributes to our life's journey. This acceptance doesn't diminish the relationship's value. Instead, it honors its temporal nature, allowing us to release it with grace and peace. Reflect for a moment on something you find difficult to let go of. It might be a cherished memory, a past success, or even a physical possession that you fear losing. how does this attachment affect your peace of mind? Does it create a constant undercurrent of anxiety, a fear of change, or an inability to fully embrace the present? By practicing acceptance of impermanence, you invite tranquility into your life. You begin to understand that holding onto things is like trying to grasp water in your hand. The tighter you hold, the more it slips away. Instead, by experiencing each moment fully and appreciating its temporary nature, you unlock a profound inner calm, unshaken by life's inevitable ebbs and flows. This practice does not ask you to disregard meaningful connections or experiences, but encourages you to live with an open heart, aware that change enriches life. By letting go of the need for permanence, you create space for new opportunities, growth, and the continual unfolding of life's potential. As you ponder these ideas, consider how embracing impermanence can bring a new level of peace and clarity to your life. How might this acceptance change the way you approach your relationships, achievements, and challenges? Remember, in the transience of all things lies the secret to enduring peace and happiness. When was the last time you truly experienced silence, the kind that envelops you so completely that it feels as if the world has come to a gentle halt? In our modern lives, characterized by constant alerts, bustling streets, and relentless chatter, silence is often an elusive luxury. Yet it holds profound potential, especially within the practice of Stoic meditation, as a foundation for introspection and self-discovery. In Stoic meditation, silence serves as a powerful tool that fosters deep reflection and insight. When we remove external noise, we create space for our inner voices to emerge, enabling us to explore our thoughts without interruption. Silence invites us to pause, to step away from the chaos, and to connect with our true selves. It's in this quietude that clarity is born, and we begin to untangle the web of our emotions and thoughts. The Stoic philosopher Seneca once cautioned, "Silence is a lesson learned through life's many sufferings." This insight emphasizes the transformative power of silence, suggesting that in the absence of noise, we find the lessons life imparts. Silence becomes an opportunity to digest experiences, reflect on our actions, and align our lives with Stoic virtues of wisdom and self-control. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, finding moments of silence can be challenging, but it's essential for achieving mental clarity. Consider creating a dedicated silent space in your home, a spot free from distractions where you can retreat for meditation and contemplation. It might be a quiet corner with a comfortable chair, surrounded by items that inspire peace, like a plant or a simple piece of art. Even a few minutes of silence each day can help reset your mind, fostering a sense of calm and focus. Engaging with silence doesn't require dramatic changes. Begin by setting aside small moments daily to disconnect from technology and the surrounding noise. Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and listen to the subtle sounds you often overlook. The rustling of leaves, the distant hum of the city, or your own heartbeat. Allow these sounds to ground you in the present, gently leading you to a deeper state of awareness. Now pause for a moment and reflect. How does the presence of noise or the absence of it affect your thought processes? Do you find that noise leads to scattered, fragmented thinking, while silence brings cohesion and clarity? Consider how embracing silence, even in brief intervals, could enrich your meditation practice and, by extension, your daily life. Through the lens of Stoicism, silence is not merely the absence of noise but the presence of introspection. It is a deliberate choice to cultivate a sanctuary for the mind, where thoughts are untangled and wisdom is nurtured. By embracing silence, you open the door to a deeper understanding of yourself, allowing you to engage with the world from a place of inner peace and clarity. As you explore the role of silence in your meditation practice, think about how these quiet moments can serve as anchors amidst life's turbulence. How might regular engagement with silence transform your perception and enhance your journey towards Stoic clarity and calm? In the quiet, we find the space to grow, to understand, and to truly be. Have you ever found yourself riding the roller coaster of emotions, feeling elated one moment and downcast the next? These emotional ups and downs can be exhausting, impacting our well-being and clouding our judgment. But what if we could cultivate a steady calmness amid life's emotional storms? This is where the Stoic practice of emotional equanimity comes into play, offering a meditative pathway to inner balance and resilience. Emotional equanimity, in the context of Stoicism, is about achieving a state of mental calmness and evenness of temper, particularly in difficult situations. The Stoics believed that while emotions are a natural human response, letting them govern our actions or thoughts can lead to disruption and suffering. Therefore, the goal is not to suppress emotions but to manage and understand them, maintaining control over our reactions. Marcus Aurelius, one of the last great Stoic philosophers, provides a guiding light with his reflection. The nearer a man comes to a calm mind, the closer he is to strength. This quote encapsulates the Stoic belief that true strength lies not in overpowering the self, but in mastering one's emotional responses. By striving for a balanced state of mind, we enhance our ability to navigate life's challenges thoughtfully and rationally. Consider emotional equanimity in the realm of personal relationships, where emotions often run high. Imagine a scenario where a heated argument with a loved one leaves you feeling angry or hurt. In such moments, emotions can easily spiral out of control, leading to regrettable words and actions. However, by practicing emotional equanimity, you can create a pause, a moment to breathe, reflect, and choose a more composed response. Instead of reacting immediately, you might step back to assess the situation, consider the other person's perspective, and address the issue calmly. This practice not only helps in maintaining harmony in relationships, but also strengthens trust and understanding. The cultivation of emotional equanimity is an ongoing journey. It involves regular practices such as mindful breathing, reflection on past emotional responses, and the application of rational thought to understand the triggers behind our emotions. By acknowledging our emotions without becoming overwhelmed, we learn to respond with clarity and wisdom. Now, take a moment to reflect on a situation where extreme emotions took over. Perhaps it was an instance of road rage during your commute or a disagreement with a friend that escalated unexpectedly. How did you react, and how might the outcome have differed if you had practiced emotional equanimity? By considering these moments, you gain insight into your emotional patterns and open the door to more balanced responses in the future. Emotional equanimity doesn't mean apathy or detachment from feelings. It's about engaging with life wholeheartedly, allowing emotions to inform us without controlling us. By integrating this Stoic practice into your meditation routine, you nurture a calm resilience that empowers you to face life's unpredictabilities with strength and serenity. So, as you continue on your Stoic journey, consider how the pursuit of emotional balance can enrich your interactions, enhance your decision-making, and lead you towards a more stable and fulfilling life. Remember, tranquility is not the absence of turbulence, but the ability to maintain peace amidst it. Isn't it remarkable how the simple act of gratitude can transform our view of the world? Gratitude has a unique ability to shift our perspectives, allowing us to see not just what's missing, but to appreciate what we already possess. In the practice of Stoic meditation, gratitude forms a foundational element, encouraging us to focus on the positives even amidst adversity. Within the Stoic framework, gratitude is more than a fleeting feeling. It's a deliberate practice of recognizing and valuing our life's blessings. Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, wisely noted, "No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity. For he is not permitted to prove himself, From this perspective, gratitude is not about denying life's challenges, but about finding the worth and lessons within them. By embracing gratitude, we foster a mindset that naturally seeks value and resilience, even in difficult times. Imagine navigating a particularly challenging day. Perhaps your plans have gone awry and stress levels are high. In such moments, Stoic meditation invites us to pause and pivot our focus. Instead of being consumed by what's going wrong, gratitude allows us to acknowledge and appreciate the constants and small victories that sustain us. The supportive colleague, the warmth of a sunlit morning, or the comforting words of a friend. This practice doesn't negate the challenges, but rather reframes our perception, highlighting a broader picture where positives coexist with negatives. A practical tool to cultivate this gratitude is a gratitude journal. By setting aside a few moments each day to jot down things you're thankful for, you create a habit of recognizing and appreciating life's gifts. This practice is straightforward yet profoundly impactful. Begin or end your day by listing 3 things you are grateful for. These entries could be as significant as a promotion at work, or as simple as a delicious meal or a moment of connection with a loved one. Over time, this practice trains your mind to naturally seek out and emphasize the positive aspects of your day. Reflecting on gratitude prompts us to look inward and consider the wealth of experiences, relationships, and opportunities we often take for granted. It's a gentle reminder that amidst life's chaos and complexity, there are always elements worthy of appreciation. Take a moment to engage with this reflective exercise. What are you grateful for today? Perhaps it's the opportunity to learn something new, the kindness of a stranger, or simply the fact that you woke up healthy and capable. By recognizing these elements of gratitude, you align with the Stoic ideal of living fully and appreciatively, with an understanding that your happiness and peace are deeply rooted in the here and now. Gratitude undeniably enriches the practice of Stoic meditation, offering not only a sanctuary from life's storms, but also a robust foundation for inner peace and strength. As you continue your journey with Stoicism, consider how integrating gratitude into your daily practice can enhance your perspective and resilience. Embrace gratitude not as a fleeting mood, but as a steady, grounding force that colors your experiences with appreciation and clarity. Imagine your mind as a fist clenched tightly around a handful of sand. The tighter you hold on, the more grains slip through your fingers, spilling away uncontrollably. Now imagine gradually relaxing that grip. As you open your hand, the sand settles peacefully within your palm. This metaphor beautifully captures the essence of letting go, a key practice within Stoic meditation that leads to profound mental clarity. The art of letting go in Stoic philosophy isn't about dismissing everything in life indiscriminately. Instead, it's about freeing the mind from unnecessary attachments and burdens that cloud our judgment and hinder our peace. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher-emperor, offers valuable wisdom on this subject. He advises, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." His words remind us that by letting go of unhelpful thoughts, fears, and desires, we regain control over our mental state, discovering strength in clarity and serenity. Consider the concept of mental decluttering as an analogy. Just as a cluttered room can overwhelm the senses, leaving one feeling stressed and unfocused, a cluttered mind can have a similar effect. When we hold onto regrets of the past, worries about the future, or endless desires, they accumulate like clutter, blocking our ability to think clearly and make wise decisions. Stoic meditation encourages us to assess our mental landscape, identify the clutter, and consciously let go of what doesn't serve our well-being. Let's explore the process of mental decluttering through a practical lens. Start by identifying thoughts or emotions that frequently occupy your mind. Perhaps it's a lingering resentment about a past argument, anxiety over an uncertain future, or a persistent desire for something beyond your reach. Picture these as physical items scattered across your mental space. With intention and reflection, begin to sort through them. Ask yourself, is this thought serving me, or is it anchoring me to a state of unease? Much like decluttering a room, letting go of mental clutter involves deliberate action. One effective Stoic exercise is journaling. By writing down your thoughts, you create a tangible way to explore and evaluate them. This practice can help you recognize patterns, address underlying emotions, and ultimately release what doesn't benefit your mental health. The process of externalizing your thoughts on paper often provides a new perspective, making it easier to let go. Now pause for a moment and reflect on your own mental clutter. What thoughts or emotions do you hold onto unnecessarily? Consider how they impact your clarity, mood, and decision-making. By identifying these elements, you take the first step toward freeing yourself from their influence. The art of letting go, as taught by Stoicism, is not about ignoring or suppressing emotions. Instead, it is a mindful release that empowers you to live in the present moment, unburdened by what you cannot change or control. As you practice this art, you'll find that your mind, like that open hand, is more at peace, ready to embrace life with clarity and purpose. Incorporating the Stoic practice of letting go into your meditation routine can transform your mental landscape, helping you to navigate life's complexities with grace and composure. So, next time you find yourself overwhelmed by mental clutter, remember the power of unclenching your mind, allowing clarity and tranquility to flow in. Imagine you're hunched over your desk, a soft glow from your smartphone lighting up your face as notifications from emails, social media, and news updates pour in relentlessly. The day is barely halfway through, yet you feel exhausted and overwhelmed by the sheer volume of information competing for your attention. This is a snapshot of a modern-day stressor technology overload that so many of us face today. Now, let's turn to the wisdom of Stoicism and how its meditation practices offer solace and clarity amid such contemporary challenges. Stoic meditation, with its timeless principles, provides a framework for navigating the complexities of modern life. This isn't about escaping reality, but about engaging with it more mindfully and intentionally. In the fast-paced world we live in, technology can become both a tool and a trap. It connects us, yes, but it also subjects us to continuous streams of information, often leading to stress and distraction. Here, Stoic meditation acts as a guiding light, redirecting our focus to what truly matters. By applying Stoic principles, we learn to manage our attention, reducing the hold of technology-induced anxiety. Consider Seneca, who, even in ancient times, was acutely aware of societal pressures. He famously stated, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." This insight is particularly relevant today as the digital world amplifies our fears and anticipations. By practicing cognitive detachment, a key Stoic concept, we can separate ourselves from the digital noise, identifying and prioritizing what requires our attention and what does not. A practical application of this is the concept of digital detox. This involves setting aside specific periods during the day to unplug from all digital devices. Imagine spending an hour each evening away from screens to practice Stoic meditation or reflection. This time can be used to focus on deep breathing, engage with physical surroundings, or journal about your day. This intentional unplugging not only cultivates peace, but also offers the clarity needed to face daily life with renewed vigor. To integrate this practice into your routine, start small. Choose 1 to 2 times per day where you can commit to being away from your devices. During this time, practice focused breathing or engage in thoughtful reflection on a particular Stoic teaching. This could involve contemplating control, what you can change and what you must accept, thereby reducing stress by realigning your focus on the internal rather than the external. As you consider these ideas, reflect on a current stressor in your life. Is it a demanding work schedule, an overwhelming number of daily tasks, or perhaps the constant pull of social media? Think about how Stoic meditation could provide clarity and calm in dealing with these stressors. How might letting go of the need to check every notification enhance your well-being and productivity? By applying Stoic meditation to modern stressors, we empower ourselves to reclaim our mental space. This practice teaches us to live deliberately and thoughtfully, finding tranquility amidst the noise of modern life. As you pursue this path, remember the wisdom of Stoicism. Let it guide you toward a balanced approach to both ancient philosophies and contemporary challenges, cultivating a life rich in clarity, focus, and inner peace. Have you ever stopped to consider what life would be like if we embraced it fully as it unfolds, rather than as we wish it to be? This is the essence of a transformative Stoic practice known as amor fati, or the love of fate. At the heart of this philosophy is a profound acceptance of life's circumstances, recognizing them as necessary parts of our journey. Embracing fate doesn't mean passive resignation. Rather, it's an active acceptance that brings peace and clarity amidst life's unpredictabilities. To truly understand amor fati, let's delve into the teachings of Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher who advocated for welcoming life's events with joy, whether they are perceived as favorable or adverse. Epictetus famously taught, "Don't demand that things happen as you wish, but wish that they happen as they do, and you will go on well." This perspective urges us to align our desires with reality, fostering a mindset that transforms adversity into growth and opportunity. Consider the application of amor fati in the context of career changes. Imagine you're at a crossroads, facing a sudden job loss or an unexpected career shift. Initial reactions might include fear, anxiety, or frustration as you grapple with the uncertainties ahead. However, by practicing the acceptance of fate, you shift your focus from resistance to embracing the opportunities these changes bring. This could mean learning new skills, exploring a different industry, or even discovering a passion you hadn't considered before. Instead of viewing the change as a loss, it becomes a gateway to personal and professional growth. Practically, adopting this Stoic principle involves reframing our narratives about challenges. When faced with the unexpected, ask yourself, how can this situation serve as a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block? What lessons can be learned, and how might this change shape a more compelling path forward? This mindset doesn't eliminate challenges, but equips you with the clarity and resilience to navigate them positively. Now, pause and reflect on your current life circumstances. Is there an area where resistance to change or dissatisfaction persists? How might shifting your perspective to embrace these circumstances as part of your fate transform your experience? Consider the peace and clarity that might arise from releasing the need to control every outcome and instead, trusting that each event serves a purpose in your life's tapestry. The transformative power of amor fati lies in its ability to cultivate acceptance and joy regardless of the situation. It empowers us to meet life's vicissitudes with grace, transforming obstacles into opportunities for growth. When we stop resisting fate and start embracing it, we develop an unshakable inner strength that guides us through life's waves, whether calm or stormy. As you contemplate the concept of accepting fate, think about how this practice could enhance your daily life. In what ways can embracing amor fati provide you with a deeper sense of contentment and clarity? Remember, the Stoics teach us that true peace comes not from the absence of challenges, but from the ability to embrace life as it is, fully and joyfully. Have you ever paused to truly contemplate the finite nature of life? It's a concept that, while daunting, holds the key to living a richer, more meaningful existence. In the practice of Stoic philosophy, meditating on death is not morbid but a vital exercise that sharpens our appreciation for life's fleeting moments. This reflection opens our eyes to the present, prompting us to live with intention and purpose. The Stoics believed that by acknowledging our mortality, we become more vigilant about how we spend our days. Instead of fearing death, they encouraged embracing it as a natural end to our journey, allowing us to focus our energies on what truly matters. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher and emperor, provides profound insights into this perspective. In Meditations, he wrote, "It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live." These words remind us to shift our fear of the inevitable into a catalyst for deeper engagement with life. Reflecting on mortality acts as a powerful reminder to prioritize our lives around our core values and aspirations. It encourages us to question how we navigate our daily routines and decisions, urging us to pursue activities and relationships that bring real joy and fulfillment. By facing the reality of death, we're prompted to confront the question, are we truly living or merely existing? One practical application of this meditation is the creation of a bucket list. This concept is about more than just ticking off adrenaline-fueled adventures. It's about identifying experiences and goals that resonate with our true selves. Whether it involves traveling to a country you've always wanted to explore, learning a new skill, or deepening personal relationships, a bucket list helps clarify what we value most. It focuses our attention on making the most of our time by fostering a sense of urgency and intention. Let's imagine for a moment what you'd focus on if you knew your time was limited. Would you continue with your current routine, or would you make changes to ensure you're living aligned with your deepest convictions? This reflection isn't about inducing panic, but about inspiring action. By regularly considering our mortality, we become more attuned to the preciousness of time, encouraging us to live fully and without regret. Engaging in a meditation on death can be a deeply personal and transformative experience. It invites you to assess the balance between obligations and personal fulfillment in your life. Take a moment now to reflect on your priorities. What pursuits or passions have you sidelined? What relationships need more nurturing? The Stoic practice of contemplating mortality doesn't diminish life's joy. It enhances it, emphasizing the urgency of living with purpose. By continuously reminding ourselves of life's impermanence, we cultivate gratitude for the present moment, appreciating the beauty in the mundane and the extraordinary alike. As you consider this Stoic exercise, ask yourself, if you knew your time was limited, what would you change? How can this awareness guide you to live a life filled with meaning and joy? Embracing our mortality with open arms is not about resigning to fate, but about choosing to live each moment with clarity and commitment, realizing that in the face of death, life shines brighter. Have you ever found yourself torn between the things you want to do and the things you must do? This common struggle is at the heart of balancing duty and desire, a concept central to Stoic meditation. The Stoics teach us that achieving harmony between our personal desires and our responsibilities is not only possible but essential for a peaceful and fulfilling life. In the Stoic tradition, the balance of duty and desire is achieved by carefully aligning our personal wants with what we consider our obligations. This alignment facilitates clarity and peace of mind, allowing us to pursue our passions without neglecting our responsibilities. The Stoic philosopher Seneca offers profound wisdom on this topic, highlighting the importance of prioritizing duties over fleeting desires. He advised, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. By focusing on our responsibilities and aligning them with our desires, we free ourselves from the stress of unmet expectations and future anxieties. Let's break this down with a practical example. Consider the common scenario of balancing personal life with work commitments. Many of us desire more leisure time, hobbies, or social activities, but we also have duties related to our careers and families. A Stoic approach would involve evaluating these desires and responsibilities through the lens of virtue and reason. By identifying core values such as integrity, diligence, and family loyalty, we can decide how to allocate our time and energy in a way that honors both our duties and desires. For instance, if you find yourself drawn to a hobby such as painting, but feel overwhelmed by work commitments, a Stoic perspective would encourage you to integrate this passion into your routine as a form of self-care that ultimately enhances your productivity and fulfillment. This might mean setting aside specific time each week for painting, ensuring it doesn't conflict with work duties, or using it as a reward for completing important tasks. By framing your painting not as a distraction but as a complement to your well-being, you honor both your desire and your duty. To further illustrate, imagine a professional who feels the tug between a demanding career and a desire for family time. This individual can apply Stoic meditation by reflecting on the purpose behind their work and how it aligns with their family values. Perhaps the income from the job supports the family's security and happiness, allowing the individual to view work obligations not as burdens but as pathways to fulfilling personal desires. By finding this deeper connection, the balance between duty and desire becomes not only manageable but enriching. As you reflect on this balance in your own life, consider areas where your desires might clash with your duties. Are there aspects of your life where you feel torn between what you should do and what you want to do? How might aligning these areas with your core values lead to greater harmony and peace? In conclusion, the Stoic practice of balancing duty and desire invites us to live intentionally, ensuring our actions reflect both our responsibilities and our aspirations. By applying this principle, we cultivate a life that honors our commitments while nurturing our passions, leading to greater fulfillment and tranquility. As you continue your journey with Stoicism, embrace this balance as a guiding principle that can transform how you approach both your duties and your desires. In our fast-paced world where instant gratification has become the norm, impatience often reigns supreme. We demand quick results, immediate responses, and swift resolutions. Yet, this craving for speed can lead to a turbulent mind, clouded by frustration and stress. Within the practice of Stoicism, patience emerges as a crucial meditative virtue, a guiding light that leads to inner calm and resilience amidst life's inevitable delays and challenges. Patience, as understood by the Stoics, is not simply about waiting passively. It's an active process of maintaining composure and clarity of mind, even when faced with delays or obstacles. This virtue is essential for navigating the frustrations of life, allowing us to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Through patience, we gain the ability to endure hardships and remain serene in the face of adversity, ultimately fostering a deeper sense of peace and control over our emotional landscape. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, offers compelling insights into the virtue of patience. He advised, "No great thing is created suddenly, any more than a bunch of grapes or a fig. If you tell me that you desire a fig, I answer you that there must be time. Let it first blossom, then bear fruit, then ripen." These words remind us that true growth and achievement require time and enduring commitment. Patience, therefore, is not a mere waiting game but a journey of cultivation where we nurture our aspirations and goals with care and perseverance. To see how patience plays out in everyday life, let's explore a common scenario: waiting in traffic. This experience tests our patience almost daily, often igniting feelings of frustration. But by applying Stoic patience, we shift our perspective. Instead of becoming agitated, we can view traffic as an opportunity to practice mindfulness or reflection, turning this idle time into a productive pause. Consider using this moment to breathe deeply, listen to an inspiring podcast, or reflect on your day. By transforming this frustration into a moment of calm reflection, we embrace the virtue of patience and cultivate a more peaceful state of mind. Reflect for a moment. Think of a situation in your own life where impatience almost took over. Perhaps it was a lengthy queue at the grocery store or a delayed project deadline. How did patience or the lack thereof affect the outcome? By examining these moments, we recognize the profound impact patience can have, not only on our emotional well-being, but also on our decision-making and interactions with others. Incorporating patience into your daily practice of Stoicism offers you the chance to develop resilience and inner peace. It empowers you to face life's unpredictabilities with grace, turning moments of potential frustration into opportunities for growth and learning. As you continue to explore and integrate Stoic principles into your life, consider how embracing patience might transform your approach to everyday challenges and deepen your journey towards tranquility. So, as you reflect on the virtue of patience, ask yourself, how can adopting a more patient mindset enhance your life's journey? By welcoming patience into our daily practice, we not only navigate the world's demands with greater ease, but also unlock a steady calm that enriches our experience of living. When was the last time you truly embraced solitude? In our world, filled with constant connectivity and endless stimuli, the idea of being alone with one's thoughts can seem daunting, even uncomfortable. Yet, within the practice of Stoic meditation, solitude is revered as a profound tool for achieving inner peace and clarity. In Stoic philosophy, solitude is not synonymous with loneliness. Instead, it's the space where you can engage in deep reflection and self-discovery, free from the distractions that often clutter our minds and lives. Solitude allows us to listen to our inner voice, reassess our values, and align our actions with our principles. It's where the noise of the world quiets down, leaving room for introspection and growth. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, often spoke about the importance of solitude. He advised, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." These words suggest that true peace does not require a physical escape, but rather an inward journey to the depths of our own thoughts and feelings. By turning inward, we discover a sanctuary of calm and understanding that external circumstances cannot disrupt. Consider the practice of solitude as a meditative retreat that doesn't require travel to a remote location. Imagine spending time in nature, a walk through a quiet forest, sitting by a serene lake, or simply lying on the grass under an open sky. Nature inherently embodies tranquility and offers a perfect setting for solitude. In these moments, free from digital distractions and social obligations, you can connect with the simplicity and purity of the natural world, allowing it to guide you toward inner stillness. During such solitary moments, reflect on your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Allow whatever arises to exist in your awareness. This practice of mindful solitude fosters self-awareness and acceptance, empowering you to understand yourself on a deeper level. Take a moment to think about your current relationship with solitude. How often do you carve out time to be alone with your thoughts? Have you considered solitude as a tool for personal growth? Reflecting on these questions might encourage you to incorporate more moments of solitude into your routine, enhancing your connection to yourself and the world around you. Solitude, when embraced as part of Stoic meditation, becomes a powerful practice for cultivating inner peace. It teaches us that amidst the busyness of life, peace is always accessible within us. By welcoming solitude, we open ourselves to a deeper understanding of who we are and what we value. As you continue on your Stoic journey, consider integrating regular periods of solitude into your life. This could be as simple as a few minutes of quiet before starting your day or an afternoon spent in solitude each week. How might these solitary moments help you reconnect with your inner self, bringing clarity and calm to your life? Through the lens of Stoicism, solitude is not something to be feared but a nurturing practice that supports your path to inner peace. Embrace it and let the quiet be your guide to self-discovery and tranquility. As we draw our journey through the art of Stoic meditation to a close, let's take a moment to weave together the threads of wisdom we've explored. At its core, Stoic meditation is an empowering practice that fosters mental clarity and calm amidst the chaos of modern life. It's a discipline that invites us to be present, to detach from what we cannot control, and to engage with our world more thoughtfully and intentionally. Throughout our exploration, we've delved into the importance of present moment awareness, a cornerstone of Stoicism that teaches us to focus on the here and now. By doing so, we liberate ourselves from the distractions of past regrets and future anxieties, anchoring our peace in the present. This practice not only cultivates tranquility, but also enhances our capacity to respond thoughtfully to life's challenges. We've also examined the practice of cognitive detachment, a transformative tool that empowers us to navigate emotional tides with composure and insight. By learning to separate our emotions from the reality of situations, we gain clarity and prevent our judgments from being clouded by temporary feelings. This mental discipline allows us to lead with reason, aligning our actions with our highest values. Moreover, embracing solitude and the presence of silence has shown us the path to self-discovery and profound introspection. These moments of quiet contribute to our understanding of ourselves and the world, offering insights that often elude us in the hustle of everyday life. In embracing Stoic meditation, we recognize its potential for personal growth. The principles of detachment and presence open avenues for resilience, emotional balance, and a deeper appreciation of life's simplicity and beauty. As we integrate these practices into our daily routines, we embark on a journey of self-mastery, a journey richly articulated by Epictetus when he said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Before we part, I invite you to reflect on how you might incorporate Stoic principles into your daily life. What small steps can you take to welcome presence, detachment, and silence into your routine? Consider starting with a brief morning reflection, asking yourself what is within your control today, and setting an intention to navigate your day with calm and clarity. We encourage you to share your experiences and insights in the comments below. How has Stoic meditation impacted your perspective on life? Your stories can inspire and support others in this community, fostering a network of mutual growth and understanding. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of Stoic meditation. If you found value in this journey, consider subscribing to stay connected with our community and to continue receiving insights that nurture your path to clarity and calm. Together, let's build a supportive space where we cultivate wisdom, tranquility, and resilience. Until next time, may you walk the path of the Stoics with an open heart and a